Hi, welcome to the boardshop.co.uk surfboard review. Today we're looking at a new model from Matt Biolos at Lost, the EZ-Up. Really interesting little shape, the EZ-Up. You might recognise the heritage of the Lazy Boy, or Lazy Toys it's now called. It's kind of like a step-up Lazy Toy. So for someone who's been surfing a Lazy Boy, in the majority of conditions they get to surf in, the Lazy Boy's fine, but on those good days when it's a bit bigger, the Lazy Boy's sliding out a bit, time to step up. And the EZ-Up will deal with pretty much any conditions to a bit overhead, maybe a little bit more even depending on your skill level, even in punchy waves. It's got an aggressive profile and outline compared to the Lazy Boy. It's kind of a fine-tuned Lazy Boy if you like. There's a little bit more rocker through the length of the board, more flip in the nose, which means that it's a bit more forgiving on the steeper, sharper waves, so there's a bit more of a drop, gives you a little bit more time to get your feet in place. But it has a more aggressive foil to the rails, and the rails start to harden much earlier than you see in a beanbag or a more grothery type board. From about here on in, the rails really harden up to a sharp rail, and the V which runs through the majority of the board kicks in here, and so it goes into two good concaves through the fins, so it gives it more drive, makes it more responsive, and makes it work better in punchier, faster, better waves. That aggressive rail profile mixed with a rocker gives you a board which will perform in better waves, but is also fairly forgiving. There's still some volume through the board as you can see, so paddle wise you're going to catch everything. The board's flat until the little flip comes into the nose, so you've got good planing area. So it's a very usable board, again from Biolos. He seems to be getting it right all the time right now. So wave wise, you're going to jump on this when it gets to about probably over waist or chest high, and you want something that's going to deal with better waves a little bit better. It will still go in smaller waves. If you don't have a grogger in your quiver, this will pretty much cover it. Won't be quite as effective as a big wide flat board, but it's got the main attributes to deal with it. So it could be a one board quiver because it can deal with a wide variety of conditions. Who's going to surf it? Someone coming off a mini mal, wants their first shortboard, gets in the water a fair bit, is fit, wants to improve quickly, perfect board. Someone who doesn't get in that often but is a competent, decent surfer, still needs a bit of volume under them for paddling, maybe getting on a bit in years, perfect board. The EZ-Up from Matt Biolos, good option. Don't forget also you can customise your version of this board at Boardshop. Width, dimensions, length, fin setup, fin system, FCS features, etc. Add some colour, do whatever you like to personalise the board. You can do that on our customiser, all the details are on the site. And finally, got an old board you want to get rid of, fancy stepping up to something new, a bit more of a modern progressive shape, trade in your old board, we'll take your trade in, no problem at all. Again, details are all on the site. So there we are, the Lost EZ-Up, a great option for all the reasons I've just given you.